Alright, second video. We're going to use the same object, the drill press, except this time we're going to make the hand wheel spin. So for whatever reason, maybe perhaps because of the way I made the drill press model, or more likely the way tinkercad works, it seems as though the best thing to do, which is going to sound kind of counterintuitive, but what you want to do first is I'm going to select the hand wheel, and I'm actually going to move it down here closer to the work plane. I'm going to do that for a couple reasons. First of all, I don't want tinkercad to get confused and think that I want this thing to fall down. But secondly, it's going to make it so that it's a little easier to see what the heck I'm doing. So next I'm going to take and go to my SimLab toolbar or tool palette, and once again I'm going to grab my axle connector. Now I'm a little cautious about telling you to do this, but I want to put the axle connector here on the end of the hand wheel. But what I want you to know is that when you do that, there's another step that you have to do. And that step requires you hold the shift button down and then also select the hand wheel. So now I actually have two shapes selected. I have the motor, or the, what are we calling it here, the axle connector, and then I have the hand wheel. And I want to align them both to the center, and preferably to the center. And what that'll do is it'll put the axle connector in the middle of the object. Now the reason why that's important is going to be apparent in a second, because now when I grab the object, I can grab this little rubber band target tool and I can touch one piece of the hand wheel. My axle connector is selected. I just indicated to the software what I want to move. My motor torque is set at 0, so I'm going to crank that up a bit. Nothing's happened yet. My motor speed by default is at 0. I'm going to crank that up a little bit. And I see something happening. And I like this. This is a good sign. So I'm going to, without anything else, I'm going to go into the SimLab and I'm going to play it. I'm going to see if this works. So get this toolbar out of the way a second. Okay, so what's happening? It's trying to spin, but I think it's hitting the ground. Okay, cool. I like this. This is good. This is a good sign. So again, grab these pieces. I got the axle connector. I got the hand wheel. I got both selected. I'm going to move it up a little bit. I'm going to test it out. Okay. Oh, look at that. Cool. Okay, cool. Now I'll go back to the workspace, the typical workspace again. Axle connector, hand wheel, both selected. Whoops. Okay, there's that. There's that. I have both objects selected now, two shapes. I'm going to move this back up where it ought to be. Looks like it's in the right spot. Looks pretty cool. I'm going to go to Simulation Lab. I'm going to play it. The hand wheel should go around just like it does on the real drill press. Now ironically, if I reset the scene, you'll notice this sign keeps falling down because I made it dynamic. We want to make it static. So this little icon here, looks like a ball rolling down a hill, is the dynamic icon. If I click on it, it's a circle with a bunch of arrows around the outside. That's the static icon. Now when I play the animation, the only thing that's going to happen is the hand wheel is going to go around. Obviously, that's actually working backwards. When you pull the hand wheel, you pull it down from the front, so it's running in reverse. I'm going to reset this. I'm going to go back to my tool palette. I'm going to pick on that axle connector, and instead of motor speed 41, I'm going to make it go motor speed negative something, 140, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm going to make it a negative number. Now when I simulate, it should rotate the correct way. Okay, so that's step 2 in our tinkercad simulation lesson.